Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. Um, Checking out a new mod pack today because I'm trying to find a new pack to do for the new series to take over from me and Arashi finishing Desolate Planet. So I had one mod pack in mind, but I looked at it for a few minutes and it felt slightly off from the initial play. So I don't know if I'll be doing that one. Um, but I found another one that I wanted to check out, so that is what I'll be doing today. So, let me flip over to the scene. So I'll be checking out Feed the Beast Guys 2 to see how this mod pack actually feels. I have no idea what to expect. I also just happen to be slightly partial to Skyblock style mod packs for some reason. I don't know why. I just end up somehow going straight to Skyblock style ones constantly. Hey, Snipes. Yeah, we'll leave cheats on. That's fine. I don't think I have anything else to really worry about. So we'll create the world, see what happens. I've played all the stone blocks. I just tend to go towards Skyblock style mod packs. In fact, not too long ago, I tried to do a hardcore-ish run of Stone Block 4. And when I say hardcore-ish, meaning I basically play hardcore but without being in hardcore mode, and I limit myself to 10 deaths, and as soon as I hit 10 deaths, then that's it for the actual uh uh run through. Why is this giving me a freaking... This is making me think of a fuck, it's not a Star Destroyer. Is it a Star Destroyer? From Star Wars? It's giving me that feel. Oh. Why is that so slow? Ooh, okay. So I get to choose what kind of island I want to start on. Which one do I want? A steampunk style island, a what looks to be like a fishing grove style, a mystic grove, a standard skyblock style, soulful island with ethereal lights and amber trees. I don't really know how to describe that one specifically. This one looks like a tiny dimensions where we're stuck inside of a box, a floating cottage, or the lush geode. kind of want to do the cottage. Do the cottage. Angel block. Worm. Interesting style for the building to begin with. One thing I'm already seeing is probably going to be an issue with this island is the fact that you basically have a dark area underneath your house. I don't know how I feel about that. But at least the island looks nice. Book of materials, book is a work in progress. Some elements may change. All materials, name ID, with property, durability, armor durability, repair efficiency, repair bonus, enchantment value, charging value, rarity, harvest speed, block reach, attack damage, attack speed, attack reach, magic damage, range damage, draw speed, projectile speed. Okay. A warp plate. Oh, this is an FTB shop too. Wait, is this resource bees? Oh shit. No, not resource bees. Maybe it is. Got worms to help us with keeping things hydrated. Oh, that takes me back to crap, there was another mod pack that did that. I think regular SevTech did that. Okay, so one thing I am seeing is an issue at the beginning is I don't know how to physically. Okay, what the? I have officially broke this. Okay. Yep, there's a zombie right there. And there's a creeper right there. At least you get blocked, but the creeper won't get blocked. Like I said, that was one thing I saw as an issue with that. Okay. Check out a different island. Like I said, I'm testing this pack out. I don't plan to actually fully play this one yet. I'm just testing it to see how it feels and looks and all that kind of stuff. Although I will say, the starting area is pretty sick. Takes a lot to load it up, too. Oh, I see what they did. That's actually kind of cool. They put 2 of those there. Someone liked Interstellar. That's actually pretty cool. That is sick. I like that. Let's check out the geo. Planes? Already, I kind of like this island better. Yep, it's essentially a freaking uh giant geode. I like that. That's cool. Okay, so this has the potential for me to start. What is this? Oh, it's a fixture. Okay, does not appear we have the twerking for trees thing. Okay. That island is substantially better. Hold on, I need to cancel this creation so I can rename that one and not accidentally delete it later. Okay, so right now, if I were to play this pack, that Geode Island would be definitely one that I want to play. One issue that I do see at the beginning of the pack, whenever you're going to actually get your island, is that the massive build structures in the first world here, there's so much going on, it does spike um the world's render ability just temporarily. Okay, this one we can definitely guess it's basically just going to be used stuck in a block, but let's look at it anyway. Never mind. Wait a second. Okay. How do I get out of here? That's how I get out. Okay. Okay, I see how you can do this world. Just to add a bit extra support out there. Now, will this thing actually increase in size? Ultimine is in here, okay. So, one thing I see as an issue for this one. How would I go about getting wood to start with? That has the ability of doing something. I don't know how I would feel about this one. This one seems a bit more, extensive. I don't think I would do that one. Mainly because I wouldn't know how to specifically start that world. Okay, so we've checked out those four. We already know what the tiny island would look like. What's the Mystic Grove look like? I spawn directly on top of a makeshift tree. I do like how this one looks. I deal with that all the diorite though. This island looks nice. Oh. I like that. That's cool. Just when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay. So it just empties out into a purple void. No. Never mind. But yeah, I kind of like this island's design. Looks nice. This one will definitely be an easier one to start with. And to start with, I would basically break down at least those makeshift outer trees and get all those leaves to get the saplings, and then I can start from there. I keep hitting the wrong button. That's potential, but I think I'm more, so far I'm more on lines with going for that geode island. But that one is definitely a potential. If I pick that island, it's going to be because of the underside of the island is what does it. I think I only have 2 more to look at. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this peaceful island for fishing and relaxing. Immediately spawn with an owl in front of me. Okay. We got bamboo, we got trees. Note to self, do not open these because I'll break it like I did in the first one. Those broke out of nowhere. Basically starting with a bunk bed as our bed, with the potential of going to sleep and falling off. They got that texture in here for water. That might get me slightly. Does this one also have a shulker like the other ones did right there? Axolotl spawn egg? Is that a brown one? Yeah. We got a brown axolotl. So they kind of went to make this as more of a, like a Zen garden type grove-ish thing. How's the island look? Kind of plain. Like the underside's plain. The island is nice though. Yeah, definitely like Zen Garden style feel to it. This one is nice. I do kind of like it. You're not wrong. But when I'm playing mod packs, I don't really do a lot of like build style stuff. I'm basically trying to get all the quests. I save building for whenever I play vanilla. Correction, I save building for if and whenever I actually play vanilla. Like I have a vanilla server that's currently on the back burner for I don't even know how long now. But it's supposed to have a uh well, I say it's supposed to. There's the plan of having a 9-plate floating city that I haven't touched in forever. Okay, this is the last one to check out, and it's the steampunk one. Okay, that's supposed to be a giant wheel. Okay. Think of that as like a giant gear wheel. Okay. That's supposed to be a lift. So far, I'm seeing a lot of potential to fall to my death. There's a giant crane. Supposed to be like their version of a water wheel for the build. Okay. You got a shulker in there? No. You're the entrance to the building and the doors are just open. Out of all of them, the inside of this one just feels a bit naked. Random chain right there for some reason. Weird. That's a balancing scale. Okay, in terms of island build, this one is definitely probably the best in terms of island build. We need to get like a full grand look at this. Hey, look, there's an angel block right there. Oh, they designed this one to actually be like a steampunked ship that's just floating out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, that just made this build, or this island, a whole lot better. And then you could just break that gold right there and just have at least a good start for gold. So yeah, in terms of island build wise, this island is probably the best one out of the entire thing. If I'm not mistaken, the create mod is in this pack. That's Metacraft. Immersive. You know what? Yeah, create mod is in the pack. What the hell is that? Master Ninja Gear. The fuck are these? Mm. Okay. Yeah, I could have just did that. I'm not thinking right now. Steve's cart. Like, I've only played one pack that's had this in that pack, and I don't think I used it for anything. Correction. It was another Skyblock that I did. I don't remember the pack, but it used Steve's carts too, and it was mainly the thermal engine that was used, and the advanced thermal engine. Hostile neural networks. Okay. Paolo's in here. Which I've just recently learned some basics on Paolo. Mega Torch is in here. Okay. That's actually good to know. Waystones. Okay. Freaking spawn egg. Okay. So... hands down, which would be the more optimal one to actually play the pack on? if I had to put it based on what would be the best optimal version of the pack, like island wise, in order to do this, it's either, in my opinion, either the Geode Island or the standard basic Sky Island version where we're just on a small little island with a tree. However, I would like to have at least a small amount of character. So if it came down to me really deciding, I would choose either the Geode Island or maybe the Lush Grove Island. There we go. So yeah. Because if I chose this one, these small little surrounding ones, like they're makeshift built trees, I would at least tear these down. That way I have access to potentially getting some saplings. And then I could start from there. The geode would be a lot easier because you already start with a couple of regular trees. You just cut those down, you're good to go. Plus, I also like this small little gazebo thing here at the center. You would take grow for vibes. This there, I actually started with some saplings. Being spruce, the sapling drop is pretty low. Starting with 9 saplings. Okay, that'd be pretty good. I halfway thought that this stripped log here was actually a barrel. So I used to use hitting enter in order to get into the quest book. I need to change that. Once we move to slab version 2. And it's stuck as a slab version. That's fun. Oh well. You hold the product, you will. Starting with fruit salad. At least for that one. And then we have some saplings, so we'd be good there. And then we would just continue on. Oh. I like. Dripping fluid slowly and steady onto different materials in a very slow tactic. By clicking a bowl on a water source, it turns to water, which can be placed in a dripper, break down leaves into more water, and convert other materials. So if I were to do like straight up Skyblock style, this is basically the full process, getting water and stuff like that. This island starts with water. Okay, damn it. Controls, key binds, key. Yeah, I need to change that. Open quest. Keypad enter. And with that, we'll change it to that. I don't know what 9 will do, but that's whatever. Damn it! I don't want it to do that. I apparently messed up. That would be the reason why. There we go. So you craft these and you get the layer. Ah. Well, shit, so that would be a 9x9. So that's the 7x7. 5x5. 3x3. And then you put a beacon on top. Okay, so I can't click to view the recipe. That's cool. The other issue I see with these islands is you need to hurry up and basically get to light sources so you don't have to worry too much about spawns at the beginning. Mega torches, blocks of gold with diamonds and torches. Yeah. Quantum goat. That's fun. So they have freaking stuff like that in this pack. Okay. I'm not seeing anything from the light overlay. That's fun. I can't actually see how well things are lit up here to keep things from spawning or anything like that. Okay, list of mods. Cubitils, Almanac, Modern World Creations, Simple Magnets, Integrated Terminals, and Compact. Modular Force Field System. Neat, Intercore, Neo Forge. Step Crafter, Modern Fix. Fortified Fabric Bookview API, Young's API, Gateway to Eternity. So that's where all the gates come in, if I'm not mistaken. Irish, Jumbo Furnace, Forgiving Void, Applicable Advancement Mod, Pickup Notifier, Young's Better Nether Fortresses. Some of the mods names I know, others I don't, but I know a lot of these are more mods needed in order for them to run properly, if I'm not mistaken. Create Ultimine. Laser bridges and doors. Simple tombstones, so whenever we die, what tombstone will appear. Ooh, wait, there's something I didn't check. I don't know the name of the mod that actually enables it. Okay. Random, I got grains of infinity from just dropping off the freaking island. Okay. Real quick. I'll just get another one. I will. That's funny in like the best way ever. Okay, so jumping into the void on an island, you won't die, but you will get grains of infinity. I'm not mad about that. That's actually kind of cool. And then need to double check one other thing, see if I was actually correct about it or not. Oh, I respawned here. That was interesting. Yeah, we get tombstones. That's exactly how Stone Block 4 was set up, too. Useful commands, so set home, back, spawn, spark TPS. Wow. So there is twerking in here, but you have to be holding a hoe. Does not work on mystical agriculture, but will work on budding Certus corpse. And a training. But apparently, that uses the freaking durability. Durability 59. I don't like that. Was it 3? Ah, it's 3, okay. Getting rid of the rain. This right here is the only good reason to actually stick with Geode Island, is because you have an instant access to getting wool. So, what's the waypoints? There is no waypoint. Okay, so I make a waypoint number. Delete. And it gave us the worms. Durability of 120. Oh, that's why the goat spawned in. I don't like that creeper one. Will another goat spawn in real quick? Hey, look, there's an LA. Yeah! I fell. Well, now you go down there. How do you trigger the LA? I gave it brown carpet. It just spun around and tossed it back. Well, that's fun. And at a low Y level, you can disable this feature with this quest. Once you disable them, you'll no longer be able to... Oh. So I just disabled getting Grains of Infinity that way. Good to know. Wait. What was that? What was that? Did you mess up? Yes. Aha! Okay, cool. At least they have a way to go back on that. So we test mod packs out before we start so we can see anything at the beginning that could actually screw us over. That's a random one. Okay. So then I assume this would work. Nope, I guess not. Wait a second. Ah! That's how you would do it. Okay. So if I want to have fun with the pack, I start with one of the special islands. But if I want to do this legitimately, I would start with the regular island. So that's where I would have to come up with the idea on what to do. Oh, grassy. I haven't heard anything. Ghastly companion. Not all ghasts are terrifying. Some just need a little love and a lot of snowballs. Head to the shop and purchase a dried gas with a little patience and some snowy treats. You'll soon have your very own happy gas companion. Purchase a dried gas from the shop, place it in a safe area, and waterlog it to hatch and grow. Take about 20 minutes to fully hatch. Feed the resulting gasling snowballs to help it grow faster. Wait or feed it until it matures into a happy gas, and then you can saddle it and ride into the skies. You can grow snowballs from snowbell seeds obtained from breaking grass. Huh. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's good to know. It's handy because you don't have to have something else in your inventory like other mod packs where they have you physically hold a wallet. Hey, blood! Just immediately starting with a big ass freaking chest. I like that. Oak copper chest. Use upgrades to obtain iron chest barrels, not movable with cardboard boxes. Okay. Maybe, like, let me click on it? Okay. I don't like that. Make the copper. Why is it that it's always 8 copper to make a copper chest? And then the iron one is always 4 iron. But then to go further, it's like you need 8 gold to make a gold chest. Okay, this one has 8 diamonds instead of doing like, say, diamond and glass. But why does it do that? Why is it always like 8 on all those, but iron's always just 4? And netherite is just a netherite one. Okay, so if copper can be made into a double, how big would a netherite double chest be? Because this right here, this is like the equivalent of 3 chests in one. Okay, let's try to speculate real quick. So we have regular chest. Regular chest having a space of 27, right? Let's break with my hand. Okay, well. A copper chest has a space of 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. So we can assume, if we were to assume, that it goes based on that double line of an extra 18 per. So 9, 18, 27, 36, 45 being the copper. 63 would be iron. 81 would be gold. 99 would be diamond. And 117 would be the netherite. And if that's able to be a double chest, like the copper one is, that could totally place blocks. Then that netherite chest, being at 117 doubled, would be 234. Ah, we have another goat. Hey, look, gold. I don't know why it's automatically letting me claim that right there. I don't have quartz or black quartz. On my Project Infinity, I have several diamond chests, but I haven't upgraded any of them to netherite. Okay, so to continue kind of just browsing around a bit. So, why does it feel like my music's louder than it's supposed to be? No, it's not. How do y'all get... Oh, y'all get unlocked by the bee. Which is unlocked by the honey. Okay, which is unlocked by the beehive. And then... Okay. So in order to do this, I need to get a honeycomb and a honey bottle. And then everything can actually start. Good to know. Like, I am not taking the start of this pack seriously because I'm not doing it yet. Wait, it was slabs. I did not do that perfectly. Let's just start that off. Alright, the bone meal stuff. So yeah, if I actually start this pack, I think I might actually start with this island. The question is, do I want to play with someone else? And if so, how easy or hard would it be to maybe add the E4MC mod to this one so we can LAN it? Eh. That quest, when completed, gives hoppers. Wow. That's a way to start things. Oh, okay. I was so confused for a second. I was like, oh shit. Please don't tell me that is what I think it is. Oh, it has one of these in there. That's fun. Play for an hour, 10 hours, 25 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours. Another Sky Village. What the hell is another Sky Village? Fuck! God damn it. Well, shit just hit the fan with this pack. It's in LA. Okay, you did something. You just left. Damn it. Okay. Alright, so reason I said shit just hit the fan with this pack is because this one, no, where is it? There it is. The Cataclysm mods in this damn pack. Like, I've already fought some of the bosses on Project Infinity. But on Project Infinity, I have some pretty gnarly armor, so it's not that difficult. Except that asshole. I absolutely hate Ignis. And just to put the reference point out there real quick for Ignis. When was it? I think it's this one. It's not that one. Oh. So Project Infinity, I have currently running as a series here on YouTube. It currently has 16 episodes released. Episode 17 goes live tomorrow. But the one that shows how much I hate Ignis is actually going to be the one that goes live next week on Monday on the 15th. I do not like Ignis. Ignis is a giant pain in my ass. He was also the reason why my Stone Block 4 run ended. And that one ended in one of the most bullshit ways I've ever seen. Like, I was doing pretty decent in the pack so far. I think at the moment of the pack ending, like before I went and fought or tried to fight Ignis, I think I was at 5 deaths. And then I went to the arena it had him in on Stone Block 4. And the world itself essentially glitched when I was fighting him and proceeded to basically kill me. Then I would try to respawn and it would instantly respawn me back where I had just died, and then would instantly die again, and it just cycled through. And so I even tried to log, like get out of the world and then pop back in, and even if I did it that way, it would immediately pop me into him killing me. So the world and the game kind of glitched into that aspect, so I basically was like, that's it. I don't even know how many episodes that one went through. I think I did... I'm pretty sure I was in double digits when I was in the middle of doing those episodes. Let's see... Stone Block 4 hardcore-ish run, so basically it was... It's hardcore, but I have a set limit of 10 deaths. Once I hit 10 deaths, and that was going to be it for the series. But Stone Block 4 has 15 videos. And then me and Arashi's Desolate Planet run, that actually ends this coming week on Wednesday. So the last episode of that will go live Wednesday. And then today, part 1 of the first time me being a DM for D&D went live. Part 2 goes live next week on Sunday. And that following weekend, hopefully we can all get together and finish the one-shot that we were doing. Okay. Back to me complaining about Ignis. I hate Ignis. Yeah, I think I kind of like how this pack is set up now. I don't like the fact that Cataclysm is in it. It feels like almost every pack's not going to have Cataclysm in there. Does it have to be red wool? Looks like it has to be red wool. I would need red dye. Can I get lucky with this one bone meal to get a red flower? Fake grass block. What? Wait, what? Why am I just not noticing that? Okay, you do spread. But when you spread, you turn back into the fake. You're not moving that fast. Why aren't you spreading? Now you're spreading. You just took forever to spread. Wasn't expecting to be able to place it on a moss block. Play for an hour. We played for an hour. I assume it means play for an hour on the world, and not just the pack in general. There's skill tree? Okay. This pack just got a little bit better. Nah! New Jenny mod pack. Yes, totally. I'm not entirely playing the pack legitimately yet. I'm more or less kind of just testing it out, seeing how the pack runs and all that before I make a full final decision on if I will be playing this pack or not, or trying to find a different one. So, like, this pack has multiple different types of worlds that you can choose, or not worlds, but like different islands that you can choose to start on. And so we looked at all those, and now I'm kind of looking at how it feels whenever we're playing it at the beginning, and it's not bad. The only thing that's kind of getting me is these aren't real dirt blocks or grass blocks. They're fake. So that's one thing that I'll have to get past at the beginning. I missed a placement, but I don't know where. I think I went too far there. open Eye Blossom. Not what I was wanting. I don't think it'll actually grow there. Quantum Goat. Elgnor and Raiders, welcome on in. I am Mumu. I am currently checking out this pack called FTB Skies 2, just testing it out to see how everything is going, if I'm going to play this pack legitimately, or if I'm just doing this to kind of check it out and then leave it in the back burner and never touch it again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I am Mumu. For those of you that don't know, I play a variety of different games. Majority of what I do end up playing is basically Minecraft, but we do play other stuff, like I'll occasionally play some Dark Souls, or I'll play some Baldur's Gate 3, or some recently we did some golf, we did some Uno. Kind of depends on like what we're in the mood for. Ignore the YouTube link. I didn't see a YouTube link. Unless it was that message that got hit with the 3 asterisks. But what were you doing, Elgnor? Did you have fun? You're playing some Nautica. Gotcha. That's right, I popped into your stream for a couple of minutes. And then quickly popped away because you were in extremely deep water, and I was like, I freaking out. And I'm just watching. Okay. Yeah, no, you were like in the middle of that, and my brain started freaking out slightly because it was in deep water, and I was like, I don't like this. So I proceeded to start doing other stuff. Which, by the way, Elgnor, since you are here, have you by chance noticed that part 1 of our D&D campaign has gone live on YouTube? Nice. So for those that are unaware, real quick, um, several weeks ago, I hosted my very first the D&D campaign as a DM, and Eliknor was one of the people that was playing in the campaign. Um, I did edit down the VOD just slightly and have gone to post 2 parts of our actual VOD onto YouTube, and hopefully the following weekend, after part 2 goes live, we'll be able to finish our one-shot because we didn't actually finish it that time. Ah, okay. Gotcha. I have to redo you. So what I'm currently doing, I'm just messing around with the pack. I'm not actually legitimately playing it yet. But what I'm currently doing is all the grass blocks on the island are fake grass blocks. So I'm going through and I'm mining them all up so I can get them to be dirt. This way actual grass can grow. Okay. So now if I let this world actually go and play normally, I get the grass to go through. That's a bit tedious to start the world off with, though, unfortunately, but I think it's going to be the same for all the islands that you can play on that have grass. They're all going to be fake grass. Survive for 24 hours without dying. Well, that's fun. Sophisticated storage, sophisticated backpacks. We even got functional drawers. That's at least a decent start. One thing I would probably do would be at least to flatten a lot of these walls around the island. Question is, would I want to just play this one as like a once a week type? Well, there's the scary creeper freaking thing. Yeah, that just scared the crap out of me. Probably make the, you know what, I'd probably just make this like a once a week type mod pack where I just get together with like 1 or 2 people and play on the pack. If we can get the one mod added in and just make this a LAN world. I don't want to pay for another server. Paying for 1 server is already a lot. Paying for 2, that's a lot. We'd have resource bees. We can generate a lot of the loot from mobs because of the hostile neutral network. We got power generation. can make a Dyson sphere. Solar beams and sails. Control ejector, you may choose to place in either beams or sails at the bottom middle block of a multi-block structure. Beams allow your sphere to accept more sails, which is what actually increases your power generation. One beam supports 6 solar sails by default. Your network can contain a maximum of 50 million sails at maximum capacity, which takes around 8.3 billion beams. Oh, fun. EM rail ejector controller. Power optional. With power, it allows to ramp up how many beam sails are ejected. At first, this looks simple. What are the beams? Why is that so simple? Ish. Well, let's clarify. Ish. Beam package is 4 beams with a copper block. The sails, glass panes, lapis, copper. 8 of them with an iron block. Ray receiver controller. For sending solar sails, you can start harvesting the power of the sun using ray receivers. Other players can join your sphere by interacting with any multi-block and clicking the subscribe to this sphere button on the bottom left. Oh, why is that so simple? I say simple, but at the same time, it's not that simple. That's going to be a lot of fucking resources to do that. Okay, so this pack might actually be worth playing. And I know I definitely don't want to do this one on my own. So I will definitely have to ask maybe 1 or 2 people to play along with me. And probably just make this stream only, not even worry about doing any kind of upload for YouTube. Meaning I will probably go into more Project Affinity stuff. Yeah, that's what I'll probably end up doing. So that's gonna be fun. Alright. So with that kind of getting through with checking out. Wait, you did get a haircut. Hi, Arashi. Yes, I shaved my head. I shaved my head, I shaved my beard. So, Arashi, do you want to build a Dyson sphere? Dyson sphere is what's basically utilized to harness the power of a star. So in this pack, you can build a Dyson sphere. And it'll take a lot of resources. Okay. I was thinking about possibly asking Elknor and then doing this as only a stream pack and not worrying about uploading it to YouTube. Be like a once a week kind of thing, getting on the pack, playing around, all that kind of stuff. The only thing is I want to see if it's possible to add the E4MC mod into the pack. That way we can just open the world to LAN and I don't have to pay for another server. I don't want to pay for another server. But we don't have to figure that out like right now immediately. This can wait for a little bit. I was basically just checking out the pack because we can have different types of islands to play on. And where's the ferry? I don't see the ferry. Oh, there was a ferry. I don't see the ferry. But just having this as a stream only type thing. Don't worry about posting anything to YouTube, except for like doing live streams and all that, and that just goes live after. Yeah, like I said, we don't have to do that right now. We can hold off and wait for a bit. But as I was about to say, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this evening because I just wanted to check out the pack, see how everything was set up. And if we do play the pack, Arashi can laugh at me because Cataclysm's in here. I'm gonna have to fight Egress. I fucking hate Egress. Alright. So for those of y'all on YouTube, I will be ending stream here. So I want to thank y'all for coming out, chilling, chatting, all the kind of good stuff. I do appreciate it. Next stream should potentially be tomorrow. No 100% guarantee, but I will attempt to try to do something tomorrow. But in the meantime, I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see y'all later. Bye.